Hello, YouTube. See if anybody gets in here. Want to chit chat about a few things. A lot of things to be thankful for, me personally. But there's some things that just go right through me. Especially when there's a group of people who are really trying to bridge the gap between race. And it ticks me off when I see stuff that is happening around, especially in the United States. Look, this isn't they're cops, they're black, they're cops, they're white. This has nothing to do with that. There's freaking evil mofos in this world in positions of power who are tyrants. Hello, how are you doing? And it makes it bad for the rest of us. This is the defining bullshit. I mean, now we're back on the race stuff. And I can see certain things happening that make it bad for everybody. And then they can spin the narrative like they love to. I'm so pissed, dude. Okay. I had a good day because I had to with my daughter. She graduated up at Sun Tech. Congratulations to my daughter. But what happened to that man in Minneapolis is disgusting. Those cops need to go to prison, if not get the death sentence. They killed this man was already handcuffed and he was already detained. And the dude had him down on the ground with his knee and basically choked him out with his knee to death. That's bullshit. I expect those guys, all of them that stood around watching, especially the guy that did it, it was right in public. How is this okay? And he was like a human rights activist. He wasn't doing anything wrong. Hi Jess, how you? I'm having a rough one today, trying to process. You know, I work with people on YouTube. I look at their soul. I don't look at their skin color. However, a lot of people do still. And I can see why. Where they look at someone's a cop and, you know. I'm trying to heal things between whatever outward differences there are. I look at someone's soul. I don't care about their skin color. But the fact that there's tyrants who are in positions of power and authority, especially government too, they all need removed. When are we get, dude, I do not blame those people rioting in Minneapolis. Dude, I don't blame them at all. Oh yeah, they lost their jobs. No, those fuckers need to go to jail. All four of them. How dare they just snuff out an innocent, well, I don't know if he was innocent per se, but he was detained. How dare they just snuff out some man's life? I don't give a fuck. They need to go to jail. And the guy who did it, death penalty, period. An eye for an eye, bitch. He wasn't a threat. He didn't have a gun. They had him detained. Why did they have to kill him? I'm so angry right now. It makes me sick. It makes me legit it's like everything I'm trying within myself, trying to do to bring my community of people together, shit like this happens. This is how I know there's like an entity over top. It's fucking narcissism. Lording over people. Trying to control people. Thinking they can just kill and do whatever they fucking want is bullshit, and it needs addressed. I expect the president to come on and do a freaking press briefing too. He fucking better. Mr. Trump, if you see this, you better do a press briefing, and those cops better be convicted. That's abusive power. Dude, but we all know narcissists love this shit. They love to lord power over people. And when they can't control somebody's thoughts, they can't control the narrative, then guess what they want to do? They want to oppress you or kill you. So I don't blame anybody who's rioting in Minneapolis. I would be too. I'd be right alongside of them. You're fucking right. I'm pissed. And I hate getting on here and just getting, but this needed addressed. This needed addressed across the board. I'm angry. That family needs justice. And you want to know what? Even they lost a family member. Senselessly. I don't give a fuck how much cops fear. I don't think those cops were in fear of nothing. I think they want to, dude, I think they are narcissists who are possessed. They think that they can lord power over people. It's what they do. It's what we've been dealing with. It's exactly the heart of the arrow of what I've been shooting into since I've started my channel. And you want to know why? It's why I had so much backlash. Because people don't want to be exposed. Well, hi! Blue Flame's exposing yo bitches. All of you. I don't care if you're in the government. I don't care if you're in the media. I don't give a fuck anymore. Dude, judgment better fall. It better. Or this will definitely start something. You wanna know what? It's because of this. Civil War stuff. That Abraham Lincoln was killed. Stood up for freaking... We fought for freedom for all people. And they're trying to suppress us again. I honestly think, I'm wondering how many cops aren't paid off to be doing this shit. I honestly wonder if there aren't police who are paid by a certain party to start this shit. Just saying. That man didn't do nothing wrong. He was detained. And they snuffed his life out. Fucking bullshit. It's no wonder people are afraid to go out their houses. It's no wonder the black community is afraid to freaking be able to be themselves. It's no wonder they're mad at white men. I don't blame them. Or they fear for their lives every time they drive. It's bullshit. They shouldn't have to go through that. And this is why we have issues in this. And then shit like this happens when some of us are trying to bridge the gap. And then we have fucking cops, white men, no offense to white men, I love them. I love everybody. But they're making it bad on the rest of us. President Trump, you better address this. You better address this. Those men better go to prison, and the guy who did it better get the fucking death penalty. And it better be a quick, not, oh yeah, we're gonna wait 6 months. No, it better be swift justice. There's a bunch of people in Minneapolis. And now the whole freaking United States of America, like, we're tired of it. The oppressed white community, because we are oppressed too. It's not just black people anymore. White people are oppressed too at this point. Let's just get that straight too. This has to do with narcissists and regular people who have a soul. This is the fight. It's not against race. It's about people who are in power and control, controlling the masses and the narrative and spinning it. Hi, Queen Darity. I'm just pissed off right now. I'm very, very angry. So we're aware. Ah! Anybody who can just snuff out a human life like that is disgusting. Well, I dropped down to one person on here, even though I know that there's more. Oh, I've been going off. I said President Trump better address this, what happened to that man in Minneapolis. He better do a press briefing. I expect it. Those men, cops, better go to prison, and the one who killed him better get the death penalty. That's my opinion. That man was detained. He didn't deserve to be murdered. I can understand if they were having a shootout. I can understand that part. To defend yourself. That guy was detained. So you want to know what? I don't give a fuck if they were cops or not. There's some very crooked cops out there. And then there's cops who are doing their job and trying to. They make everybody look bad. There's people who actually have a heart and a soul, who do wear a uniform. But then there's those motherfuckers who don't. And as a white woman, I stand with the black community in this one. Fuck yes. That was bullshit. And it has nothing to do with my skin color or anybody else's, to be honest with you. This has to do with right and wrong. Integrity. What did that man do wrong? He was detained. No. This should not be okay. We didn't have a civil war and for this shit to happen. Justice for all, motherfuckers. And you want to know what? Those cops, the ones that stood around and let it happen, better go to jail. I don't give a fuck. Oh, well, they lost their jobs. I don't care. They need to be sitting their asses in prison for accomplice to murder. And the person who did it should get the death penalty. An eye for an eye. Those people in Minneapolis have every right to be rioting right now, because if that would be me and I would have saw something like that happen, you're freaking right I'd be out there. Because this is bullshit. I mean, it's happening even with Christians and Muslims too. They did the same thing in 2016. Please refer back to 2016. I'm tired of it. And I try and stay off of these topics. I really do. I try to stay away from that because it's a sensitive topic, but this is bullshit. I work with people who are all different races and whatever, different skin tones. I look at someone's soul. I don't look at the outward appearance. Neither does God. I know. 1776. Get ready for Boston Tea Party number fucking 2. Just saying. I said this a lot. This two-party system is for the birds. We need about 500 libertarians to stand up and take the places, third part, who have a soul and understand human rights, to start putting their ass on the line and actually standing in and getting put on the ticket. You need to stop voting straight Republican or straight Democrat. Look at what these people value. Look at their standards. Look at their morals. Soon time to go to DC with pitchforks. I'm just saying. Oh my God. I'm going to freaking vote. No, fuck that mail-in ballot. I don't trust that. I don't want Joe Biden as my president. That's for fucking damn sure. He's one of the biggest race baiters out there. Yeah, we do. That piece of shit that's sitting in the governor's mansion right now, he needs to go. We need a libertarian in there. We need a libertarian governor. I don't like the Republican side. I want someone with a soul. Who has a conscience? Who can look out for the greatest good of every individual? That's who should be running the country. And it should be very small and limited. Well, we had, which Casey, because we had a Bob Casey in there. He was shit too. Like, honestly, dude, like, we need a libertarian. Do you know why? Because people fear for their lives when they don't go along with the narrative. People basically, if you are a free thinker, you're basically putting yourself on a possible death sentence. That's why. That's true. I would love to run for office. I got too big of a mouth though. I do. I have too big of a mouth, and I would have, dude. I can't. I have, even on here, dude. Do it. I'll work for you. Time people with a soul and a heart take over this lead. And when we need to get corrupt judges out of there too. Criminal justice reform needs to happen immediately. Now. Immediately. My God, it's hard. My heart is real heavy. I mean, I had a good afternoon and I had to put on a face for my kid because she graduated, but when I found out about what happened to the man in Minneapolis, I'm pissed. I mean, I'm proud of my daughter. Like, yeah, she graduated. Like, all that's done. She starts her job on Monday. Like, she's already got it. So, well, I didn't vote in the 2008 or 2012 election. I didn't like either one. I just had a bad feeling about the whole thing. Dude, from every agency to the CIA to the FBI to freaking even the Senate, the House, our governors, our local governments, The judges, they're corrupt. And lawyers work with insurance agencies, yeah, and then they pay them off. So if you're in a bad car accident, it better be fallacy, like no fallacy in anything. Or you'll get screwed out of any, if they can, insurance companies, if they can screw you out of your settlement, they will. It's happened to me. If you have a heart to help people and you work in local government or something, even if you have a heart and you're a whistleblower, they'll fire you. And then they'll smear your name all over the place. It's what narcissists do. I haven't really watched, man. I don't got TV because of being so empathic. If I see somebody getting abused, or I see injustice, I'm gonna call it out. And a lot of times, some people just aren't strong enough, especially when you're dating them. A lot of people aren't strong enough. They're afraid to leave. They fear for their life because they went out of a relationship or they went out of a toxic situation. Where's the freedom in that? Being able to have a choice. Absolutely. I've been mistreated a lot. Like, I've gone through hell. Gone through a lot. But even with college, I saw the narrative in college, guys. Like, I saw it. I was discriminated against there too. It's like I had a freaking big old bullseye on my forehead saying, please abuse me. I love it. I had a target on my back because I stood up for what I believed in. Yeah. You're right. You're right about that. People sell their souls. Well, and then there's certain people who won't sell their soul. But with this one, the man wasn't committing a crime. Nope. He was a civil rights activist. And he was murdered. Like I said, President Trump better say something about this. He better bring it up. And I might go on Facebook Live too. I want this to get to him. Not that I doubt it will. They hide everything. That man didn't deserve that. Nobody deserves that. I don't give a fuck what color you are. Nobody deserves to be treated like that. Oh, you're damn straight. Oh, well, we'll just give the family compensation. They snuffed out somebody's purpose, a human life, a human spirit. You can't replace somebody. I get it. Everybody has a time and a destination. I understand this. Yo, and I'm one on here who's trying to bridge that gap because I work with people all over the freaking globe. And I'm also discriminated against or looked down on because of my skin color, because I'm white. I'm a white woman. So people are like, well, she's racist. Automatically, they think because of my skin color, I'm racist. And I'm the furthest thing from it. I don't like evil. I look at someone's soul. Because the light is causing people to manifest the demons are coming to the surface in people's hearts. I'm telling you, this is not a battle between, this is a battle between good and evil. Things need exposed. My God is a God of exposure. And this is to ruffle the masses and wake up the masses to finally say, this isn't right. We fought for this back in freaking 60 something. Civil War. Brain fart. I took classes on it in college, yes. I studied the Civil War. I studied World War II. I weep for his whole family. I weep for everybody who lost that man out of their life. I knew it started somewhere around there. And you want to know what? Back then, the people were asleep too. You know, when that Civil War started, first Battle of Manassas in Virginia, people actually went there that day to picnic and watch. That was a big mistake. They thought it would be fun. Turned into one of the most freaking bloodiest battles, and it was disgusting. Going there to picnic to watch the... And it's the same damn thing. Two-party system. Democrats wanting to keep people in slavery. No offense, but this is the truth. I'm just telling you. And the union wanting to free people. Well, you wonder what? They ended up finding a way around it then, too. Yes, they did. They found a way around it called crop sharing. Keeping them on the plantation. Finally, some of them were like, fuck this. We're going up north and we're going to get jobs and we're going to actually work for a living. And kudos to them who had the balls to do that. It's hot in my house, so you're aware. Like, it's nice downstairs. I have the main air conditioner going, but I don't know if I'm going to have to move my bed. It's hot in here. I don't know if I'll leave this live up. We'll see. I do have Leo's reading laid out. But I'm pretty fired up. I don't know if I should do it right now. I have their reading laid out. I have Leo's laid out, and I still have to do Tara shit. So. And then I'll start back at Aries. And go right through it again. Because this girl ain't stopping. Many of us on here have been going through this soul integration stuff. We've been working Where are you at? Where are you located at, Queen? Because my county's still on shutdown too. We're in the yellow phase. Such bullshit. It really is. I want to come visit you. Can I come visit you? I don't have the Rona, I promise. Well, I don't have the Rona and I can do divine healing, so we're good. I want to come visit you. Because I'd like to talk to you about a few things. Do you work in DC? You don't have to answer that. You can email me, beautifulmind4275@gmail.com. There's some things I'd like to talk to you about, especially if you work in there. Okay. Yeah, I'm great. I'm good. Thanks, Lisa. I'm wonderful. Sort of. But yeah, I'd love to meet with you. I'd love to meet with you. There's a lot of ideas I have. It's just trying to. What happened to me with the local government needs addressed because it's happening to. You want to know what? I saw a coworker when I was in getting some of my other supplies for my store. And I'm actually going to be in the middle of actually doing the legwork for that. Oh, shit, yeah. Okay, yes, please. Can we please set that up? I can come at any given time. Well, I ended up getting a tenant down there. And the gardening thing didn't get off because we're still on shutdown here in this county. And the Landlords Association, the one person who's kind of running that is big on wearing masks and social distancing. So if I'd even try, I could get fined. So the garden ain't happening this year. I mean, if I do it myself, then I can, but I can't have a bunch of people there to help. And not to mention, I really don't have the time. I don't, to be the only one working on that thing. Not with getting my store around, and not with doing everything. Like Saturn's been hammering me right now on the legwork of, writing out about my lamps and what they do, and writing out about what each one of my baths do, and writing out, I got more oils I have to make. So I have a load of stuff I have to do, still with my store. So that's, which is all going to need typed out. I'm going to need to make for all kinds of like checklists and stuff like that, and get myself organized here. And, because I was just going to launch and it would have been a disaster probably. So, that's not a good idea. Saturn is making me go over and rehash some things. Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, saying rehash this, and then I have the stuff. I need an assistant at one point. I do. I make the stuff. I need to at least get the layout done, and then, yeah, if I could have a virtual assistant, that'd be great. Because then I can have my store, and I can get a regular job, and still do my tarot. And then I have somebody wanting, to start trying to date, and I'm just kind of like, do I have time? My daughter graduated now, and I'm at the point where I could probably possibly ditch these houses and move. And I highly had considered my goal. I kid you not. I swear. My goal in my life was to work in DC. I'd love to work for Senator Rand Paul. That's who I prefer to work for. That's who I resonate with the most. I hold more libertarian views. Thank you. I'm proud of her, man. My daughter had gone through so much bullshit. She's a true fighter. She is the epitome of intelligent genius. Thank you. Because I actually have a heart. I'd love to pull tarot cards to the president. Yes, I would. Oh, well, we only have, we don't believe in it. Blah, blah, blah. Well, you want to know what? My God is, put me in that community. He put me in this community. Told me to start a YouTube channel. It was called Radical Faith. I didn't even know. Why? And I got a bunch of backlash from that. I have family who's threatening to freaking, not anymore, I don't know, whatever, let them go. But like, that don't approve of what I do. And it caused a big rift and a fight in my family because I'm not going to stop doing what I feel God's told me to do just to please somebody else. I don't back down from a fight. Someone wants to commit me because they don't like what I'm doing when I'm helping a lot of people. I say, oh well, you don't like it? I can't help that. Do your thing in your own way and mind your own business then. That's all I ask. Like, seriously. I'm not hurting you or I'm not hurting nobody else. I'm actually helping people. They need to take their issues up with God. They don't need to be mad at me. The Most High. Exactly. You know, but I don't want to be even rude about that. I know that's, but what does that matter to them? Am I hurting them? What I do, am I hurting them? They don't care about me. They don't care about anything but themselves. They're mad because I'm exposing narcissism on my channel. Well, they're exposing themselves. When I'm helping people. I'm helping people see the truth. Yep, I don't care whose feather it ruffles. Nope. My relationship with God, exactly. But then threatening my vehicle, threatening to vandalize my vehicle because they're mad because I called them out, I don't care. I mean, hopefully she just stays away, like for real. Like, I love you, Auntie. It is what it is. Just, just let me live my life the way I want to. I'm 45 years old. Exactly. And I'll go to war with anybody. I'm an Aries. And I do. I just want peace. That's all I want. I don't want to fight with people. Who cares what I'm doing? I'm not hurting anybody else. I'm helping a lot of people. Maybe if they really wanted to know what I'm doing, they could ask themselves instead of judging. Being like, well, really, what are you doing behind the scenes? Because my tarot, it goes way beyond my tarot. It's my energy clearings and helping people and sort of, not counseling, but yeah, sort of counseling, encouraging people. I asked that same question. I don't know. I've said my piece. I said my piece. Good luck to her. And I wish them well. I still love them. They're still part of my family, but it is what it is. Yep. And do you want to know another thing? People do not like to see others succeed. They don't. Some people just get jealous. But I don't know what a 63-year-old woman would be jealous of me for. You would think she would be proud of me. But I get it. Like, this was the whole reason why I was like sort of a little bit iffy about even starting my channel, because I knew I was going to get backlash from a religious community. And I heard this back in 2002. Well, 2004-ish, 5-ish. This was the community I was going to get put into. And I'm thinking, how? God, how are you going to do that? Yeah, okay. I rebuke that. Well, little did I know, here I am. I didn't understand. This has been going on for a while, man. This was before the Rona. She started that whole thing back in November. And then it died down. They still were watching. Died down, and when I stopped saying anything about it, then she started up again so that she would get more supply. Like, I understand the whole process. You know, I understand the cycle. It's like every 6 months, they hoover back around. Or they actually make themselves known, like, we're still watching you. We still see. I know. Well, were you guys on here? Did you see the video I did where I had said about, I ended up the night before, I had my one frame sitting up here with my oils and my baths and stuff. And then, I went to get a shower, because that's the day I did the Gemini reading, the Virgo reading, and all that other stuff. The night before, I put my grandfather's picture. I brought it down out of the cabinet. I didn't even think about framing it and putting it. Look, I'll show you. I moved their picture down. Look. And I put it here with my other grandparents. Okay? I sat it here on my table with my other grandparents. All of them are deceased, okay? I still have one grandmother that's still alive. I come back. Well, I got all kinds of really good spiritual baths and oils. They help me. Yesterday was a very bizarre day too. I'll have to talk about that then. I go to get my shower. I come back. My lights on my table are turned off, and my strobes my ceiling strobes were on. And I keep my remote right here in the basket. I didn't touch it. And the ceiling strobes were on, these lights right here that I have. These ones were turned on, and these ones were turned off. And I'm sitting there like, I know that. Well, that granddaddy was the one who was married to, he's my real grandfather, my biological grandfather. Both of them were biological grandfathers. Hi, OG Lightworker. Both of them were biological grandfathers. Well, wouldn't you know, Friday rolls around, and later on Friday night, I think it was Friday, my grandmother in the nursing home, the one who was married to him first, she fell and broke her hip. Well, that picture there, he's with my step-grandma, all deceased. My mom's real mom is still the only grandparent I have that's still alive. It's bizarre. And there were some, we all went through, there were some things. I don't want to talk about my family stuff, but that's why I've been saying just pray for my family because we're going through some stuff. I'm going through some stuff and it's senseless. It's like, why can't we all just get along for real? Like, why does there all we have to be drama? Like, let me live my life. I let you live your life. You do what you want to do. You guys can be great people when you want to be, but my God, heaven forbid you do something they don't approve of. Well, sorry. Sorry if you don't like my tarot. I don't like my crazy neighbor Billy. I think it's disgusting. Well, his first wife, my mom's real mother, fell and broke her hip the day after I put that picture on my table. Hi, Marlene. And I'm piecing this all together and I'm like, what is going on? Like, hey, Bill, how are you doing? Sometimes I can't, though. Sometimes I really can't. If I get around toxic people, I'm like, I gotta, like, distance myself. Or if I get around people scattered, because I feel all the energy. I am. I'm like, all right, apparently granddaddy and my grandparents want to drag some people. My granddaddies came to rescue. It's like I said the other night on my freaking community page. You thought Albert was in real life was an asshole? You hadn't seen nothing yet. Messed with his granddaughter once. Me and my sister are the only granddaughters he had. Yes, we are. Out of all the grandchildren he has, we're the only real biological granddaughters he has. And I'm the one that really has been doing the karmic work for my family. I told you. Dude, she does for all the retrogrades and the eclipse and all the stuff. So, Bill, you're going to have to give me time. Just saying. Just give me time because there's a lot of stuff going on that I have to deal with myself yet still. So you're going to have to give me time. And who knows what's going to happen. Like, everything's so up in the air. I've been the spiritual Brit filler. This has been going on for like a year and a half, almost 2 years. And the thing is, I started to consider working on my mom's lineage, like that sign. No, I know. And Spirit pretty much showed me, well, you can't do much while, they're still living. And I'm like, well, I'm going to have to wait but I'm doing a lot of it anyway. I'm doing the homework right now. It's weird how Spirit has put certain people in my family. Like my sister, she does the whole genealogy thing. Like she has us all the way back from 6 generations, 7 generations, and overseas when we lived scattered all across Europe. I know she is. She's really good. So it's one of those things for what I'm seeing is I really have to just continue my own healing and continue with my business stuff because I'm getting the legwork done and I have to do checklists and I have to write out what a thing for each product that I have, and I have a lot. So, and there's a lot of things that certain things do. Not to mention, I've been writing down for my new oils and stuff and other baths that I have to make. Where's that? Oh my God. Hang on. Wow. Well, that sounds sort of familiar even with my grandfather and my step-grandma. Because you guys know how, like, back in the freaking 50s and 40s, you don't get divorced. Like, that was kind of taboo to be divorced. Families kept things within the family, and, like, if you went outside and said, oh, this or that about your family, you're basically shunned from the family. Like, you weren't allowed to be like, oh, well, we're having issues at home. Shame on you for doing that, you know? So, my grandmother left my grandpa. And I still don't know the whole truth of everything, but knowing what has happened over the years, I don't know the full thing. All I do know is both my granddaddies fought in World War II. And when he came back, he was different. Well, if they get on like Ancestry.com, you can actually put hits out there where people, if you share a certain DNA type or whatever, it will show you people who have, like, that are. However, I don't want to put my DNA on any database. Sorry. No. Nope. And I told my sisters, like, well, Spirit gave me that name. I didn't even know what to name my channel. I'm like, oh, YouTube. I knew it was going to be, I don't know. I didn't know. It just came to me one day. I'm like, oh, Blue Flame Integration. Okay. Well, all right. Whatever that means. Okay, well, I'm going to go with it. And then the more I learned about myself, and the more I got to know myself, and the more I got to know the karmic cycles of things happening, and the self-sabotage that I do all the time, which is a part of my family line. That's why we go so far and hit a fucking brick wall. Excuse my mouth. I'm trying to work on that. That's why we go so far and hit a brick wall. It seems this way. Like, you can only... It's almost like... What do they call that? The glass ceiling. Well, I'm busting through the glass ceiling. Like Superwoman. I'm smashing that thing. And I'm not doing it just for me. I'm doing it for my the ancestors that I had to come in and incarnate and help. Apparently my family line was special. They done some really screwed up, messed up stuff, though, that we are paying for. I mean, who has parents with the same damn last name? My mom's maiden name was Yeager. My dad's name was Yeager. My mom never had to change her name when she got married to my dad. Yeah, they had to get blood tests to make sure they weren't related. And it came back they weren't. But I'm sure down the line, they probably were. There was 3 brothers that came over. And I'm pretty sure my dad was from the one brother and my mom was from the other. Half narcissist, half empaths. Let's just put it like that. Half of them were narcissists, half of them were empaths. So you can guess. And yes, some of them cheated. Some of them, alcoholism runs in my family. It's why I don't drink. I will have a drink here and there, but I'm not one drink. And it's very few. It is somewhere. It is in their bloodline, yeah. I'm trying to repurify it for them. I mean, there was a karmic ancestral loop between my mom and my dad in that Jaeger loop. My mom was a Jaeger, my dad was a Jaeger. Both those granddaddies in those pictures are Jaegers from a different line of Jaegers. Sure was. There's one line I still need to clear though. It's on my grandma's side. I know, it's a bizarre thing. You wanna know what's even more weirder? It gets weirder. My oldest son, his dad was named, last name, it was spelled different. His last name is Sprinkle, okay? Spelled Sprenkle. My second husband, my two youngest, Sprenkel. I remarried another Sprinkle. Tell me that ain't freaking weird. Different family line. What the hell am I doing? So all my kids have the same last name, but not the same dad. All three Sprinkles. Weird, I know. I know it's weird. I know it's weird. Just the way it is. It happens. So, I knew I was supposed to have a bunch of Sprinkle kids. And the last one just finally made it through. Well, it's not. It's really not. But to others, it would seem odd. It would seem weird. And it does. It seems weird to me, too. It's like, what? And I don't have an issue with either one of their dads. Like, it is what it is. One was a Scorpio, the other one's a Capricorn. I'll have to look up what that is. Integrate. Yep. And it's crazy because, like, all three of my children, they're so unique in their own way. And I'm so proud of them in their own way. It's like, I didn't try and make them carbon copies of one another. I allowed them to choose who they want to be and what they want to do, and, you know, just get through high school and do what you got to do, but find out what makes your soul tick. You know, what really gets you pumped, what really gets you going. If you could do that at a younger age than what I did, you're on to something. I know my oldest son, he's more traditional. Like, he wants the family, he wants the wife, he's military. Like, he's different. Like, he's different than my other two. My Capricorn son, he's all about, like, business and the stock market and stuff like that. Like, that's what he likes. He likes that type of stuff. Olivia, she's the spiritual child of mine. She's almost exactly like me. She puts her mind to something, there ain't no changing it. And she puts her mind to something, she can accomplish anything. She's just like, then again, that's all my kids. Well, I'm hoping that some of the spiritual men really expand their thinking. really hoping that God shows up in a different way for people, that they're like, all right, what I've, like God did for me, showed up in a completely different facet and said, you're ready for your purpose. I have a different purpose for you than what I have for them. Your purpose isn't inside a church. Your purpose is different, a different route. And you're going to have to go through some Job moments, and you're going to have to deal with the bullshit, because you got some shit to do, girl. And you're the one to do it. And I'm like, sure, Lord, whatever you want. I'm yours. Well, Job hit. Not even kidding. Lost everything. Not lost everything, but like security. My mind sometimes. A lot of friends, a lot of family. But I'm being obedient. I went to school only to get screwed out of my job there too. I know, God is so fun. Tell you what, he doesn't like his kids messed with. You mess with his kids? The ones that are being obedient and really trying to seek and help people, you're screwed if you mess with the divine's beloved children. Like, I can only imagine how much God really does love us. Like, I can't even comprehend it, because I know how much I love my own kids. Like, and that's what people are missing. That's what the church has been missing the whole entire time. The church, or even any religion. That's what religion is missing. Is the grace and love of God, the divine, the creator of everything. It doesn't mean getting walked on either. Like, everybody wants to, the judgment of God. If we all could walk in divine love instead of judgment and hate. Exactly. People are the church. The church is within. It isn't a building. And I've been saying this. That's why I left the church back in 2000. God said, get out of here. You're being infiltrated with these narcissistic people. Get out of that church. And then there was a whole shit show of other things that Spirit started doing in my life. And I tried to do the best I could, but I had to be put in certain situations so that I knew that I could actually empathize and walk in somebody's shoes who have gone through abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse. Yeah. Test after test after test. Go through college and see how if you stand up for what you believe in college, you'll lower your grade. Yeah, that happened to me too. Say that? Hang on a minute. I love Baptist church. I'm black. Not really. I grew up in a Baptist church. I hated it. Rules and regulations. I'm more of a charismatic Pentecostal type of girl. If the divine spirit ain't there, if I can't sense the Holy Spirit there, I don't want nothing to do with it. That's cool. I have 4 letters of recommendation. I should have like 6. I'm still waiting on 2, but I have 4 letters of recommendation. One was from, I wish Dr. Johnson would have done mine, because she really should. I was getting 110% on papers in her class. Oh, nice. I went to regular college, and I saw the diversity there. I didn't mind the diversity, but being an adult student, I got labeled. Like, the kids were not nice. Some kids liked me, but some of them did not, because of I was old. Some of them looked up to me as a mom. Oh, good gosh. Well, you want to know what I do? So this whole thing was nothing bad for me. I like Transformation Church. That is on YouTube. They actually do have a church out of Tennessee. I love him. He's black. There's also another church. I post some of their stuff sometimes on my my community page. There's also another church that's down in Houston, Texas. He's black. If I go to a church, it'd have to be a black church, pretty much. I know Spirit moves in those. I know Spirit's been talking. I don't want no white fuddy-duddy freaking. We sit down, we stand up, we do this ritual, we do that ritual, we pass the, it's just. I love TD Jakes. TD Jakes was actually the guy. That's why this is part of the reason I was thinking about moving to North Carolina, because there was a church down in North Carolina. Transformation Church is actually out in Oklahoma, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I love that guy. He's like, if the Spirit isn't moving in a church, I'm not going. Period. That's religion. That's religiosity. That means it's dead church. That means it's usually ran by narcissists, and I can tell the difference. Exactly. God tells you to go, you do that. So a lot of times I've been watching stuff on I've been watching her sermons on YouTube, because guess what? We've all been in quarantine anyway. But this has to stop. Like I said, I hope President Trump better address this. If he doesn't, I will have a fucking huge issue. I wouldn't call them out nicely. I wouldn't be nice about it at all. I'd be like, where do you get off? Apparently, you didn't realize that, technically, if you look at things, that, Mary was, impregnated, and she wasn't married at the time. So does that make Jesus a bastard? No. Oh, well, he was divine. You want to know what? The same people that run these churches are the same ones who would have crucified my Jesus on the cross. They're the same ones. Because God don't do that stuff. God would never do that. Bull crap. You want to know what? And on the holy day, what did Jesus do in the temples when they were collecting money? Well, guess what they do? In church, they collect money. Oh, it's a tithe and offering. Still collecting money. I know. Yep. And like I said, I'd be considered a heretic. I don't care. They called Jesus a heretic too, until they made a religion out of it. Truth. And everybody turned their back on him. Truth. He died on that cross. It was between him and God. Look at the reward he got. He doesn't have to come back to this shithole again. He did it right. Yep. So, I'm very fussy about even who I'll watch on YouTube. Because there's certain things that come over the airwaves. That's like, you could tell these people, I don't want to talk about others. Let them do what they're doing. I don't care. I just don't like seeing people go down a false rabbit hole. Some people might say that about me, though, too. So it is what it is. All I know is if you're not walking in a place of love for everybody, no matter what, and you're judging, I know. False prophets. Yep. Some people label. Here's the thing. They probably thought Isaiah was a false prophet because a lot of his stuff didn't come to pass until he was already dead. God wasn't immediate on the stuff that oh yeah. Mm-hmm. And there's certain times where I can't touch certain energies either. And there's certain times where I have to be like, I can't, it's your choice. I give you my advice, but it's your choice ultimately how you want to move. I tell everybody this. They have a free will. This is what I think. This is what I feel. Yep, exactly. Book of Enoch, the Book of Thomas. There's a whole mess of books that are friggin' missing. Exactly. And of course, and that's, dude, I'm so glad. I'm blessed in the fact that my parents aren't judging what I'm doing. They're not, they don't understand it. They just know I'm helping people. They know my relationship with the divine and God is stronger than it's ever been. Not once have I ever denied my relationship with Christ. Not once. He's my brother, dude. That's my role model. I'm not here to make people comfortable either. I'm here to push limits, so. I'm not here to make people comfortable. Here to give people advice. And if they don't want to hear it, they don't have to. They have free will. They want to stay in a hellish situation, then that's their free will. Yep. Yeah, I would go to some conferences. I kid you not. When I got nailed by God, the first time, like the real, like I got my prayer language, which if it, Not everybody has a prayer language. Not everybody believes in praying, singing in tongues, whatever. That's whatever. However, it's the most powerful gift you can possess. Because Satan can't discern. You bypass your mortal mind. You're speaking directly to the heart of God. You're basically prophesying over your life. And you're not trying to constrain your mind then. You're speaking from your spirit. That's why the Holy Spirit was given. Guess what? Sunday. Pentecost. I know. Yeah, when she doesn't use cards either, but she called me the healing stone. She said that's what and that's when I started my jewelry line. And that's why all of my stuff has crystal chips in them. And a lot of my stuff is like straight out of like the little inventions and stuff that I'm getting to make aren't just little inventions. I'm getting like, it's sort of like I'll get the idea, I'll make it, and it's good. And then I'll get the upgrade. And then it's like the iPhone 5, and then iPhone 6, and then the iPhone 6S, and then the iPhone 7. It just keeps upgrading and upgrading the same thing. But it's upgrading it in even more. And it's like, okay, here's iPhone. Here's candle jar. Not candle, but here's 5G Buster. S5. Here's S6 or 6S, 7XR. It just keeps upgrading the idea. So I'm like, all right, when do I actually launch this thing? Because they keep getting upgraded ideas even to make it better. And I have a whole line. Call me freaking the new Bath and Body Works, bitch. Pretty much. Right here. Spiritual Bath and Body. Because I'm even getting more of that. And it's all for protection, and it's all for clearing, and it's all for transformation. My line is probably going to be a transformative thing. Me and my daughter sat and well, guess what? There's a new line coming out. It's called Mine. Blue Flame Boutique coming out with her own stuff. Well, you know who owned Bath and Body Works? My line is gonna, dude, I'm getting so much stuff Spirit's giving me. And it's all essential oils and baths. Yep. And it's all blends and protection oil. And I just got another whole kit. I got the little rollers with the amethyst balls, but they're a lot smaller than the big ones. Do I have an Amazon store? No, I'm starting an Etsy store. I'm putting it on Etsy. But I have to do the legwork first. That's what Spirit's been like, all right, now you need to get on and you need to start with explaining your products. Like, you need to make a list of what all your products are, and you need to put an explanation. Like, that's kind of like what I'm doing, what I'm going to start doing now, is actually do the list of my products, what they're for, what they do. And as I go, but I already have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 different rollers. I have 5 more blends I have to make, and then I just got 24 new rollers that I'm gonna remake for the earth, air, fire, and water signs, and then I'm going to make 3 extra blends for other things. So, plus I have my spiritual sprays, which you can, yep, that's where I'm going to be going. I already have my store. That's already set in stone. The store's already there. I just have to upload products, but I need to do the legwork now. Of actually writing down what my products are. I already sold one of my lamps, so I have to write this out about what this lamp does. So I gotta write that out, and then I can send that out and ship it out to them. Plus, I also make jewelry too. Like, then I'm making chargers, and I'm making all kinds of stuff that's straight from God. But plus I have like my other stuff, and plus I want to get a job working. Like, there's a lot of things I have to do. Well, I was in college, so like I know how to make spreadsheets and stuff. So that's a cool thing. Like, I know how to do all that. Because I'm going to have to make a spreadsheet, and I have to do all that kind of stuff. So, and as things sell, then I'm going to have to get more in or whatever. Plus, my old tarot decks, how much is everything? Like, such as, what do you mean? I'm thinking I could sell them in sets. Or people can buy them individually. I'm not sure about Mercari yet, but I don't know. If you can send me information on that platform, let me know. If it's better than Etsy, because I know for like every single thing you upload on Etsy, it's like 30 cents a month. So hopefully it sells. Oh, for the elemental set? You mean the air, earth, fire, and water? 60, well, individually they'll be 20 a piece if you buy them individually. But if you buy a set, then I was going to make them like 65 plus shipping. So it'd be like 70 if you're here in the United States for the whole set. And they'll last a long time. My dude, well, I think the shipping is, I have to pay for the shipping. So when I get the orders coming in, then it goes out. And I can't really do this, like I said, I can't do it through YouTube because, well, I can link my Etsy store, I think, to YouTube. But I can't, like, show my products, obviously, on here. They frown upon that. So I gotta go with, you know, I understand. Oh. See, I don't know all about that. All I know is I'm going to list my stuff, and then the shipping comes out. I'm not quite sure exactly how much the shipping is going to be. eBay Life. Well, I'm also going to be putting my the tarot decks that I don't use. Because there's a bunch here that I have that I don't use. I will. I'm kind of working on my own line of stuff at the moment. Well, I am, but okay, because I have a bunch. I have like 8 decks that I'm probably just going to put on, if not more. I have a bunch. Like I said, if I haven't used them in the last, you know, if I really never really used them, and they're a little bit difficult, and the one I have didn't come with a book that I want to get rid of. I'm pretty sure it was a knockoff set. I didn't buy it. My ex did. I have the zombie tarot. I don't like that. I don't like that deck. I have it, but I really don't like it. I do have romance angel cards, but you can actually buy them again on Amazon. They have them on Amazon again. I saw them last night. I have the vice versa deck. I have that one. I do too. I'm seeing it. And then I'm seeing the upgraded versions of how Spirit's like, well, you got to do this and tweak this after I already kind of make it and I get an idea of what it is. And then Spirit's like, okay, but you have to tweak this. I'm like, it's like, okay. Well, some of the, oh, they're fakes. Well, I got the original Doreen. I have mine for 3 years. My Romance Angels. So I have an original, and I won't get rid of that deck. I'm keeping that one. I do have some pretty expensive decks that I don't like, to be honest with you. I have the sexual, there's one with sexual magic, I think, what the one's called. I'm going to sell them. The zombie tarot, I don't want that one. I don't like it. I have the vice versa deck, like I said. I have the one that has to do with, where's it at? Water. Yeah, here it is. I'm selling this one. Oceanic Tarot. I don't use them. If I don't use them, I want them gone. Here's another deck I hardly ever use, and it's a beautiful deck. I have the book to it, but I just don't use it. I have the sexual magic book, too. I don't like that one either. I have a bunch of mini decks that I don't use. So, it's like 8 decks I have that I'm gonna get rid of. I still have all the boxes under my bed. It's not like I tore the boxes up. I just keep the cards in baskets and stuff. And there's certain cards that, like, they mean something to me, so I definitely won't get rid of them. Like my Gilded Tarot and my Crystal Visions. They were my first decks. My Crystal Visions, my Gilded Tarot, and my Romance Angels were my first decks, so they kind of mean something to me. Like the Oceanic Tarot. Okay. They were all anointed by me. It's just, I don't use them. Same with like the vice versa. Like there's other decks that I've been looking at that really speak to me that I really like. And something has to really resonate with me. Well, I have some cat decks. I have a mini Rider-Waite and I have a cat deck that I have. I know I did give my daughter the one set because she reads too. But yeah, I have a bunch. I just don't use them. So why keep them? And then Spirit me. For my personal readings, I have certain decks. For my my readings that I do on YouTube, I have certain decks. And for my Lightworker and Starseed readings, I have certain decks. Like I can't use, I'm not allowed to cross use them. I know. I have like 2 or 3 different cat decks, so. And I have used them in the past, but it's just, they're small for me, so. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was going to put them on. I retracted to make sure. Well. YouTube removes my stuff from the algorithm anyway, and it's gonna take a day for this to upload. That's how it is for me anyway. They go through my live streams with a fine tooth comb, but maybe because I was this is my belief. Maybe because I called out Trump and said he better address this. Maybe they'll actually push this video. It wasn't that I don't like the president, because I don't have an issue with him. I have an issue with the rest of everybody else pushing an agenda. Because I think everybody's freaking horrible. I don't just blame one person. I blame the whole freaking system. So, this blaming one person? It's the whole damn system. It was set up for the rich to get richer and the poor to get poorer. For everybody to come under submission. So, anybody? I'm a college-educated woman. I get it, like a bachelor's degree is whatever, but I got 2 degrees. I have a criminal justice degree and a sociology degree. I'm no fool. I'm not stupid. I watch people. I watch people groups. I see how people work. I see how people work in, even within every single community. Saw how they work in church with their little cliques. I saw how they work at a job in their little cliques. If you're not in that little clique, you're an outsider. That's why I like to post stuff from NF. I will be the outcast. I don't mind being an outcast. I don't mind free thinking. Heaven forbid you're a free thinker. Heaven forbid wanting a better future for our kids. Yep. I like it here. Where's here? Tell me where here is. I need cookies. I want to read tarot cards for the president. I really do. I'd love to get in there and be like, look, you want to know what they're doing? I can tell you. Yeah. No. I got a Grand Cardinal Cross. And I have Mars in Aquarius. My ruling planet's in Aquarius. That's why I love Aquarius so much. Then I have Uranus in Scorpio. Hello. Dude, I have so many opposites. That doesn't surprise me. Like, I kind of expect to have the opposition. I do. I expect to get fired from places. I expect for people, not everybody to understand me. I expect for people not to like me. I'm used to it. But I expect divine favor. If I have divine favor from the Most High, ain't nothing anybody can do about it. I expect church people and religious people and narcissists to hate me. That's normal. If I'm not being hated, then there's something wrong. If I'm not creating... I got a Grand Cardinal Cross in my chart. We'll go by the tropical because I know OG Lightworker likes the Vedic. She's pretty good when it comes to that. So she's excellent, actually. In the Vedic, I actually have a Grand Mutable Cross. Go figure. It is what it is. Yeah. In the Vedic, I'm a Pisces. Opposite my Virgo rising. What'd you say my moon sign was? Sag. Oh. See? Mine in their tropical on my north node. Does the node shift too with that Vedic stuff? And this isn't with Ophiuchus because I don't believe in that whole Ophiuchus thing. There's 12 zodiac signs. So, She's been talking to me a little bit about her Vedic, like ancient Vedic stuff. I can. It's the south node of the moon. So then, yeah, there is no Ophiuchus. There isn't. There's 12 signs, just like there's 12 disciples. Just like there's 12 zodiac signs. Just like there's 12 months to a year. The number 12 is important. So that's the way I look at it. It's a star. It's not a house or no. Ophiuchus does not exist. It don't. It's a star. Like it's just because there's a bunch of constellations that don't represent zodiac signs. Yeah, how many times is 3 going to 12? 4. How many different elements are there? 4. And trust me, I didn't study any of this stuff. This is just stuff that downloaded. Stuff that I've learned over the past 2.5 years I've been on YouTube. Mm-hmm. I didn't read books. This is stuff that Spirit showed me directly. Because I needed to learn. I needed to know this stuff to even get into this community. And it's a lot. But it's all been downloaded. And I learn from other people. We learn from each other. And then I'm going through this transformational shift. And I'm starting my store. And I have my properties. And I have like so much stuff going on all around me all the time. That it's like, thank. I love astronomy. I always did like astronomy. And I always... Yes. There we go. People want to make it the 13th sign. Sorry. It's not. But there is a little bit of a shifting, though, when it comes to where you fall at in the wheel. She's been studying this stuff for a while. This girl, actually, Queen. I think you're right. I think they all are. Yes, I do. Queen, I want to talk to you. Me and OG Lightworker were talking about something last week. But I need to talk to you about it, too, but I'm not doing it on here. Because it's private. So, it's one of the things that I really, really, really am passionate about. And so is she. And I think you are too. Just have this feeling. I know. Yep. And these wrinkles are for no reason. So, yeah, I look like hell even I just washed my hair, put a little bit of gel in it, and went to my daughter's graduation. Beautiful Mind, 4275@gmail.com. Let me see if I can type it in. I'll type it in. Because By the way, what was I gonna say? Mine swiped again. Why did I put Justin for all? What the? See, I need. Oh my god. Oh, these ones? Yeah. I got brown ones like that too. Thanks. They're my Jesus slippers. They're Jesus shoes. Come on. I think the Peace Dealer's doing Mars through Pisces tonight. I think he was supposed to do it last night and he wasn't. I think he had homework or something, so he didn't. But he's gonna be coming on tonight. I'll put my email in. Oh, sorry. Put my email in the descript or in the comments. There you go. Now we all are aware. If you haven't watched the last Lightworker reading, which I did last week, the last Lightworker Starseed reading I did. If you watched it, awesome. I will be doing those unlisted from now on. All those readings are going to be going unlisted. They're going to be on a private thing. If you want them, you can get put on the list. And I will make sure that I send them to you free of charge. I just don't want I really felt like some of us are really being watched. Okay. It'll come through my other phone. And then I'll have it. So, you know, some of us are being really watched, and it's not like I care that certain people, that anybody can watch it. It's more I don't want our efforts thwarted or spoken against by dark forces. So that's why I'm making them unlisted, and then I will send them all to you through private links, so you can view it privately. And no charge. If you'd like to donate, that's great. But if not, it is what it is. That's for us. That's for my crew. That's for the blue crew. That's for what we do. No charge. This is just for us because I want to outmaneuver dark forces. I know. Well, I have Lilith and Pisces, so my Lilith and Pisces is secretive. So we're going to maneuver around these bitches so they have no clue. I can keep my regular tarot to, you know, the signs. There might be some times where I come on and just do, you know, whatever kind of reading, like if I feel like it. And I'll come on and do my live streams. But those readings for my starseeds and lightworkers that are on my channel, for what we're moving toward, is big. Spirit told me this. Spirit told me what we're embarking on is big. So, get ready to move in perfect unison with Spirit. The blessings and all that stuff. Yep. Double agents. Damn straight. That's why I can tell those who watch my Lightworker and Starseed readings by how many likes I have, or who comments on them, who deserves and who watches them, who I'm going to be sending some of them to. If I even feel, yep, if I know, if I've gone through like an energy clearing with some, I know who I'm dealing with. And we're a powerful group of people. Some of us are healers. Some of us are astrologers. Some of us read tarot. Some of us are extremely sensitive and empathic and psychic. And some of us are free thinking. Exactly. And I don't do that. Like, if I don't feel it, I ain't making it. If I don't feel it, I'm not making it. It's just been, the last 2 days. Yesterday, I was traveling most of the day. And then I was tired when I got home. Something hit me yesterday, and it was just like, I felt a shift, and I'm just like, tired. And today I had my daughter's graduation earlier this morning, and then yesterday and today, like, I've been watching this stuff on what happened to that man up in Minneapolis. I had to come on live and talk about that. That's bullshit. And I'm angry about it. So, like, I had to come on and talk about it. I'm still disgusted. I'm extremely disgusted. And me personally, we're trying to create harmony and unity here amongst what happened to him was fucking cold-blooded murder. Excuse my mouth. I'm really trying to stop saying the F word. His name is George. I'm not sure, forget what his last name was, but his name was George. And that's the thing. Not all law enforcement is like that. Not all law enforcement is like that. They make it bad. They make everybody look bad. I'm wondering if they weren't fucking paid off. I'm wondering if they weren't paid to do this, to start some division and start some race war stuff. But we have this in government. We have this in every branch. We have this in our judicial system. If you don't have a name and you go in front of a judge, you're not going to win. This happened to me. I had a lawyer. They paid him off. I know for a fact they paid my lawyer off. I know for a fact that motherfucker was paid off. I didn't get a dime for freaking my car accident that I was in, where I was rear-ended, smashed between 3 fucking cars. No, they were too busy in the chambers talking to the judge. Freaking, they wouldn't let my kids testify. No, I don't think you're a liar. There's some lawyers who have integrity, others don't. And they make everybody look bad. These people who don't have an integrity, they make everybody else look bad. People who can be bought off and paid off. Some people can't be bought off and paid off because they have integrity. Yep. And I'm glad that you did. And you'll be blessed for that. There are some, here's the thing, there's some good lawyers out there. That's why I was bullied out of my position at work. And I was fired for helping people. Doing the right thing. I was a whistleblower and I lost my job. And I was workplace bullied. And there's not a fucking thing I can really do about it because I don't have a name for myself. And it's not fair. What happened to me is not fair. It's not right. But this is I've heard it. It's been going on even since me. They can't keep people. I missed 1 day of work. Well, 2. The one was granted to me. Out of 5 months of working there. And I was about ready to get a raise and become a county case manager too. And I lost my job because I wanted to take people to therapy. I could take them anywhere else. It wasn't right. And because I didn't even have proper union representation. But what that officer did was senseless. It was sick. That's why I came on here to rant about that. Yeah, I know this. It's because I ask questions. I'm like, well, okay, we have Suboxone clinics, and they're all working together. All these government offices are all entangled together now. Well, they destroyed my credit. They smeared me all over fucking Northumberland County, too. When the one girl says, yeah, you got canned. Why? For telling the truth? Because you people don't know what... I basically said to her, I said, well, you won't lose your job. Because they know for a fact if they would fire you... Because your handwriting's atrocious, by the way. But if they would have fired you, you could have got them because you have a learning disability. Well, I was being abused narcissistically by people in that office. I was workplace bullied. This seemed to have happened at a lot of different places I worked at, though. So it's like, I saw it getting sexually harassed. I was sexually harassed, I can't tell you by how many different employers. It's gross. Not a damn thing I could do about it. Anytime. It is. It's the... Thank God there's certain people who do have integrity. Unfortunately, this is the shift that needs to take place. Is the people with integrity need to be the ones that step into positions. But heck, half the time they're too afraid because they've been so beaten down by narcissists. That's where I'm at. It's like my one Pisces video that I did like 2 years ago. I'm like, thank God for YouTube. At least on YouTube, I can be myself. I couldn't be myself in there. They also got mad at me Because the one woman was saying about, yeah, it's a full moon, it seems crazy. And I said, yeah, this happens around full moon. And I got written up for that. So basically, my religious, even though, like, my religious beliefs were not allowed to be expressed, I was shunned for that, too. Because I wasn't religious. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. They lied about me. I just want a voice. And unfortunately, these tyrants are still running these offices. Yep. And I see this happening. And I'm still alive. And I'm still kicking. And I ain't going nowhere. It's like that's one of the things I said. Yeah, and as an employee, I had rights too. And that's the thing. I was a light in a very dark place. They would yell at me when I would fast. I had to take a lunch. I had to eat. It was like I was forced, even though I wasn't going to tell them, well, I'm fasting because I'm looking for breakthrough in my life. I got written up because I didn't take a lunch. That's not okay. Did you take lunch? Well, I'm fasting. You need to take a lunch. That's not healthy. And they'd write me up for not taking lunch. They looked for any reason they could. I was a threat. Well, I know all their little tricks. I know it all. Like, I know everything. And oh. Yeah, it was like one day I had a job and the next. And they, like, fired me right before my sister's wedding. I had to go to my sister's wedding jobless. It's like I'm already beaten down enough. Like, they would call me in the office and just the week before they fired me, oh, you're doing so much better. Like, it was like, well, let's just put it like this. I know there was a fire company that I worked at that they did sort of try to do the same thing. Felt very disenfranchised. Well, a few years after, I was living far away. I get a message from a friend. She's like, the fire company that I worked at caught on fire and burnt to the ground. Well, that was my first job out of college. I went into a major depression after that. Well, dark nights of the soul and stuff. I didn't want to be seen because I felt so much shame. Oh my God. Lady's family. Her father got sick, so let it go. Career suicide on him, lost his kids. Well, I know that they're still doing the same. Yep. I know that they're still doing the same thing to other. They can't keep any employees in there. Yes, I did blame myself. I'm like, what did I do so wrong? Like, all I want to do is help people. I felt a lot of guilt and shame. When you get fired from a job, you feel guilt and shame. Especially when it was like my first career job out of school, where I was having people calling in that office asking to be put on my caseload because they knew I cared. I was a good person. I did nothing wrong. I could take control of the environment. And people really liked, like the people who needed my help really liked me. Like the people we worked with, they all wanted to be on my caseload because they knew I cared. So they got rid of me. Yeah. And I could feel the projections from the new person that they hired. Yeah, there was a lot of triangulation going on there too with that boss. Like, I was workplace bullied. I was pushed out of there. And I never said anything. Like, because I felt a lot of guilt and shame because I'm like, well, I don't feel guilt and shame now. It took 2 years, but I don't now. Like, I understand, like, those people are just fucked. And you want to know what? I just don't want to see my community suffer anymore because at the hands of those fucking people. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what these people do. They pull for position. And if you don't have that name, and you ain't sucking somebody's dick to move your, excuse my mouth, to move up the ladder and kissing ass, if you speak your mind about what's right and wrong, or if you accidentally uncover corruption, heaven forbid. I couldn't even get any help financially. None. None. They want to keep people in the system. They don't want to help anybody. Like, they're so lazy. Lazy people. That's why Arabella's dead. Because of lazy case managers and caseworkers. That's why a little 2-year-old is dead. Let's just put that out there too. And that was a different department. I worked in behavioral health. That was a different department. They're all the same. Well, the boss who had me fired had said to me, she's like, you and so should really try and date, since I was single at the time. And I'm like, I don't date coworkers. It's not good. I just don't feel like it's right for me. Like, I don't care what anyone else does, but I'm not going to date coworkers. Sorry. Like, I don't want that tension at work. I don't want to date people. I think she was actually seeing if I would try and go for it. So then they had a reason to fire me. I mean, I'm professional. Sorry, I'm not like you were. And fuck the higher ups. Married a man 20 years older than me. For position. As a private in the military. Disgusting. I don't give a shit what anyone else does. But for me, Spirit said no. Because I could tell they were planning and plotting. The whole time. I had a bad feeling about this chick. Well, that's a lot of law offices, actually. Yeah, and I didn't want that tension at work. Because I was already dealing with tension with her. She's the one who caused all the problems. My previous manager, who moved up to the director, they were fine. They liked me. Until she went and started running her mouth and lied about me. And I didn't have a leg to stand on. I didn't even have, like I said, I didn't even have proper union representation because she had her hands in everything. She was a little puppet master in there. Yeah, local government. A little puppet master in there. She was the union rep. And then when she became my boss, I was out of there within a month after she became the boss. And I helped her get that job. I actually went and, she had a client that day that she had her interview. Then I actually went and helped her with that client. I cleared my schedule so I could help with that client. And then the bitch had me fired. That's why I have some issues with some Leos. Like, there's still a little tension there. But not really. My collective of Leos aren't like that. That's narcissistic Leo. That's narcissistic Leo. That's not my collective of Leos. That's not my loving family members who are Leos. That's narcissistic Leo. In full force, in full action. That office is full of them. From the top down. It's like I said to that girl who was so bluntly said what she had to say. I'm like, well, they can't fire you because you could actually get them for discrimination. You have a learning disability. So they can actually, yeah. You actually would have a suit. However, I got messages on my phone saying I was a target from there from day one. Someone saw it. Someone overheard it. I got proof. I do too. But they're still hurting other people. I don't like that. So it's like, I gotta find a balance there. I gotta find a balance. It's been 2 years. I took it on the freaking chin, like I always do. When are these fucking people going to be held accountable? Because when good people stand silent in the face of evil, evil rises to the top. Well, then you understand my plight. Got to get these people out of office. Well, unfortunately, there's hundreds of people in this county that aren't getting the help they need. And many of them are indigos and starseeds. Because nobody feels like, dude, I saw what happened with Arabella too. That case manager still has her job. If that would have been me, I would have been fired. I don't see how that chick still has her job. leaving her in an environment where she was getting, where there was even a little proof that she could be getting abused. She shouldn't have been left in that environment. She should have been able to go with family members like they were trying to get her. Law enforcement didn't do shit. I know. Little Arabella's pissed too. Oh, I saw full circle. I saw what happened to that fire company that screwed me over. Took 5 years, but the place burnt to the ground. I had nothing to do with that. I'm like, really? A fire company burned to the ground. How does that happen? Karma. Unfortunately, those people are still working and still making they can 302 somebody for having a dark night of the soul moment. For real. You get 302. You're going to be on, they'll make sure you're washed the rest of your life. You're, my kid said the same thing. But I do have to do something because I am so far in debt. I got to do something. So, I got to do something. I mean, I'm able to make it survive. So, it's time. I got to step out and do what I got to do. Stupid phone. All right, well, I said my piece. I'm going to change the title. It's not supposed to say Justin. Justice. Hello. Dumb. I could tell I didn't have my glasses on at that time. But yeah. Oh, that was my gripe and my bitch about my local government job. Thank you. I do. The one thing I do like, I love working from home. I do like this whole work from home thing. I like having my channel, starting my business. I do have my my rentals. Things are looking, I'm having a few little hiccups there too. But trying to keep my head on. And the thing is like, I personally don't ever want any man ever thinking that they're going to have to take care of me. Okay. I think my shop's going to be awesome. I have quite a few streams. It's just, there's one. Yep. There's one that I know. I want to work with people who are human trafficked. I want to be able to help them. Women and children who are abused. That has been my heart since before I went to college. I just don't know where to start. And I do know that Melania Trump is very much about this too. Well, you are. You're the one that got away. What is DHS? Tell me what. Director of Human Services? Is that what that stands for? Or human trafficking? Because. Okay. Can you send me some links for that? Because that'd be super swell. And if they work with human trafficking victims, that will be where I want to go. Yep, I don't have the degree in therapy or whatever, but I sure as heck have life experience of being abused. I know what that feels like. I was sexually abused. I know what that feels like. However, I was never human trafficked, but I have a heart for them. I'd be a great life coach. And I'd be able to keep my spiritual beliefs out of things too. Even though I believe that what they go through puts them in a really bad spot spiritually. Just beaten down. My gosh. I'm glad Backpage.com's closed down. I like to be one of those people who bust these trash bags. Yes, I would. These pimps and shit. Oh, yeah. I'd put my own ass on the line just to do that. Yes, I would. It's all good. I'm actually going to get off of here. I'm going to send you my actual cell phone number. We can actually talk beyond here. If you don't mind. You said you emailed me, so I'm going to check my emails. Yes. And I'll send you my cell phone number. That way nothing's on here. All right. I love you guys. Y'all take care. And yeah, justice for George, please. We need to stand together as the human race and say enough is enough. It disgusts me. That whole thing disgusts me. My heart breaks for his family. My heart breaks for the loss of him being able to actually fulfill his purpose. So those cops need to be held accountable to the highest degree. The one that killed him needs a death penalty. It's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I won't change it. He murdered somebody. So, I love you guys. Y'all take care. My heart goes out to you all. Time we stand together for what's right. I love you. Take care. Have a good day. Have a good evening. I'm going to try and get Leo's reading for June and Taurus. Then I'm going to start back around through the zodiac again. So I'm just going to be pumping out readings here and there when I can. I'll be recording and uploading. So if I upload and you don't see, it's because I'm working on other things. So when I do the readings, I'm going to upload them. And if you don't see, like if you comment, I want all the comments I can get. If you comment, I will get to them in a few days. But I'm just going to be pumping out readings like that. So I'm going to try and get on. I'll check my emails here and there. But I'm going to be working on my store stuff. I got to get my layout printed out. I got to get my, I guess it would be called like specs for my products. Yeah, got to get the spec sheets done. So we shall talk to you soon. Have a good day. Mwah. By the way, don't forget the Peace Dealers on tonight. 10 o'clock. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock Pacific Time, I think. I know it's 10 o'clock my time. So, Mars through Pisces he's going to be talking about, because Mars is there now. I love you. Take care. Have a good day. Mwah. Bye-bye.